Good morning. Ever since the election night before last, there have been quite a few questions about, well, so what happens now? My objective during this time is to make certain that we have the smoothest transition possible for the City of Knoxville. I have loved doing this job as mayor. I care deeply about the city and very much about the employees whoever the new mayor is, they're going to be pleasantly surprised about the commitment and the quality of the people who work here. So my objective is to do everything I can so that we make certain that Knoxville keeps moving forward. Accordingly, I've decided to announce that I am resigning this job that I have loved on January the 10th. It's a Monday. Inauguration is January 15th. I think it's important to go ahead and announce that date, and the reason I decided that was there are several reasons. Number one, to have a special election would cost the city up to about $240,000. It also would mean that there would be a period of time when there would be appointed mayor in place regardless. It would take about 60 days for a special election to be called once I resigned. Once that election happened, there would still be a period of time after the election happened it was certified. So there's at minimum probably about a 3-month period where there's going to be an appointed mayor in place regardless. That period would cover an important time for the city when budget preparation needs to be happening. A lot of critical things happen in that time. I don't think it's a great time to have a transitional situation. So accordingly, like I said, I made the decision to resign on that Monday, January 10th. I'm going to ask Vice Mayor Bob Becker to come up and address his situation as well as council's process, which they've decided. Vice Mayor Becker.
I want to go back just for a second, a little history. In 2009, a lot of you know I got elected twice by my colleagues as Vice Mayor of the City of Knoxville, which was an incredible honor to get elected by. There's people that know you well. That paled in comparison to July 4th, where standing, what about Bill, right about there, I got married to the most incredible woman on the planet. It's a joyous occasion, highlight of my life. Now the challenge, of course, is that she and her parents in their 80s and her young son all live, it's about 417 miles up that highway in Richmond, Virginia. Now, since I've gotten married, I've tried really hard at being both a father and a husband in Richmond and the vice mayor of the city of Knoxville, and it's been a challenge. I've always known which one of those is more important, but I've worked really hard at it since then, and now's the time. I have a job opportunity in Richmond. Now's the time for me to focus on being the father and the husband for that wonderful family. So I'm going to be resigning my seat after the election of the interim mayor in January. The charter is really clear about what happens now. The 9 members of City Council will elect one of the 9 members of City Council to be the interim mayor, and I know they will do that in that same process of thoughtful, that we will do that in that same process of open and thoughtful and respectful. We've got a plan that I just want to briefly outline. First thing to say is we'll be using the same process we have used for elections for a long time. We've done this for vice mayors, for beer boards, for all these offices. But the other significant thing is it will be immediate upon the resignation of the mayor. If Bill's resignation is effective at noon on January 10th, there will be a special called meeting of City Council at noon on January 10th.